What's good, Out the Box Magazine? I appreciate this opportunity to do this interview. I got your questions right here. I'm going to be answering these, giving a little backstory on, why I started music, who's my influences, and stuff like that. For anyone who doesn't know, my name is Timeflex. I'm a recording artist. I also produce my own beats, engineer the music, etc. So, like I said, I got the questions right here. We're going to just get right into it. We got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 questions, so stay tuned in. What inspired me to begin making music? Okay, I was a kid. Just like a lot of people, I was a kid when I started wanting to make music. I think I was 3 years old. I was always tapping my feet on everything, so I got a drum set at first, thinking I wanted to play drums. That didn't really work out as well as I would have thought, even though I always had a rhythm in my head. I moved on to guitar. Got guitar, kind of left it in the corner for a few years, picked it up at the age, I don't know, maybe like somewhere between 10 and 12, I think. I think I was closer to 12. Started playing that and learning songs and everything. I was in a couple bands in high school, but that was also around the time where I was writing lyrics and starting to rap. Making underground mixtapes with all my friends and stuff. I probably made 100 with 30 tracks on them, And then, throughout the years, I think around 2012, I started my production business, Timeflex Productions, started making tons of beats, engineering, mixing, mastering for other artists and stuff like that. So to say what inspired me to begin making music, I always just kind of wanted to do it, but there were some artists that I was inspired by, which I guess I'll get into in the next question. So the next question, who are some of my favorite music artists? Okay. Obviously as a kid, I remember having this huge boombox in my room. The thing was massive, like we don't have those anymore, but I remember having one in my room and, coming home from school every day and just turning it on and just blasting music. And of course I was influenced by what was on the radio, but as a kid I also was always on online. It was, I don't want to say new, but it kind of was, so I was always online and like forums and chat rooms and whatever, and always finding underground music. It's crazy. We used to have a Kazaa and Eris and God, what's the other one? LimeWire. We would always be downloading, thousands of unreleased tracks, leaked tracks. Oh shit! I hope I don't get in trouble for that. but nah. So I was always finding a whole bunch of music. So to say who my favorite music artists were, I was inspired by the underground and the mainstream. Obviously, I was inspired by Eminem. Dude was incredible with his first few albums. When you're a kid, you hear that, you're like, what the is this? So Eminem. And then a lot of dudes on the underground. I loved Big L. I loved old school Jay-Z, EPMD, Gangstar, a lot of that stuff, but I was also inspired by a lot of classic rock too. I loved Queen, loved Led Zeppelin, Van Halen. Eddie Van Halen is the reason why I started playing guitar. I listened to a lot of reggae back then. It was just, I draw influence from everywhere, especially these days. I think that answers that. Let's see. Third question, explain the recording process of life of an artist. Okay, I'm going to enjoy this one because, this one, it was funny. So this year I've been dropping a new single every 2 weeks. That was basically leading up to this album, Life of an Artist, which I dropped, October, I think August 26th. So, Life of an Artist. I remember I was, I had already dropped some singles previous to it, and I wanted to take it up another level. I just wasn't sure what I was going to do. So I'm sitting there, it's like midnight, and I'm making beats, and I'm just like, nah, not that one. And then I make this beat, and I'm like, I think I have an idea. So I made the beat, it was around midnight, and then I start writing, and I make that hook. No. I made the verses first. I recorded the verses. I messed around with a little, pitch correction just to give it a polish. And then I needed a hook. So made that hook. I kind of freestyled it, but I also wrote it. And it's just, I sat back. It was around 1 a.m. and I'm just like, bro, I don't even know how I made it. It just came to me. All I know is that I had a feeling of like, I don't want to say hopelessness, but like I wanted to have a message and I put all my emotion into it, you know. I was pushing myself every 2 weeks to make something totally different than what I used to make, and I think I accomplished that. Um, yeah. Okay, next question. How did I come up with Timeflex? Okay, well, there was a few names that I've had throughout my career. Um, Timeflex, though, I'm trying to think. There, I was sitting around one day and I was trying to think of names for my production business, and God, there was I think one of the things that I was thinking about was like, I knew there was a group out there called Time Flies, but that wasn't really what I was trying to capture. I mean, like, I was trying to capture like something how like time seems to go, but people used to call me Flex a little bit, and I did want to capture that time flies like a production sort of like name, so I kind of just came up with Time Flex, and at the time, I mean, I used that for my production business. I was going under an alias separate than that. As an artist, I was going under Off Topic for many years. Um, I was off topic back then because everything I was rapping about was just off the wall, crazy, it didn't really have any meaning. Um, but as of this year, I retired Off Topic and used Timeflex for everything. So as a producer and an artist, which actually has benefited me, fairly well. So that's good. Um, yeah, I mean, there's been many other names, ended up finding out some were taken, blah, 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 But yeah, Timeflex, started in 2011 into 2012, and it's been 10 years. Now I use that name for everything. So, which I think is beneficial. Like I said, I mean, you don't see Dr. Dre or Timbaland or Pharrell going under multiple names. Kanye West, they use that name for everything. Let's see, what else do we got here? What is a dream I have as an artist? Okay, I used to have dreams of being up on the stage all the time. Like I remember being in high school and just having dreams about being on stage. Like when I was playing guitar mostly at that time, like being on like a huge hill with like a million fans under it with like fire in the background, shit like that. And then when I transitioned more into hip hop, basically, yeah, I mean, like I said, just being on the stage. And it did take me, a good amount of years to get on the stage because it was like an initial fear to get over. But at a certain point, I realized I'm like, I've been doing this so long. Like, I know I'm dope. Like, if you don't like it, whatever, So finally got up on the stage. I brought my boy Chad Mandela with me and, you know, fulfilled that dream, Other than that, I mean, the dream is basically just being successful without the fame, which I know that can be tough, but these days, I honestly just want to be, financially stable and be able to do what I love. It's my dream. All right, I think we got one more here. Let's see what we got. Outside of music, what are your main interests? Okay, this one's easy. My main interest other than music is just living my life to the best I can. I love cooking. I've cooked my whole life. Um, I love going to the gym. I work out damn near every day. It's something that I need to do to keep me going. It makes everything else in my life easier. Um, what else? I mean, I love cooking. I love the gym. I love hiking. Um, I love exploring, getting in the car and just going and finding random places. Um, yeah, stuff like that, I mean, I try to live a fairly relaxed lifestyle, because stress ain't worth it. Like I said, if you're stressed, go to the gym, take it out. I don't know, beat the heavy bag, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I take out most of my stress on at the gym and on music, put all my emotion into music and bettering myself. So, other than that, I mean, I think that's all the questions there. Um, you know, yeah, we're good. So, other than that, for anybody who's watching this who doesn't know me, I'm Timeflex. Like I said, I'm a recording artist and I'm a music producer and an engineer. I'm from Connecticut. And I appreciate Out the Box Magazine for giving me this opportunity to do this interview. Check out my new album, Life of an Artist. I dropped Side A, Deluxe, and Side B. Side A is more based on emotions that people go through. So if you're going through stuff and you need some messages and just, something that you can really listen to like gain something from, that's side A. Side B is more so when the artist is doing a little bit better now and they can kind of just make good music and they're not worried about all the, emotions that they had on their back before. So side A and side B, both completely different. Check them out. Just search Timeflex on any streaming platform. And yeah, throw me a follow on Instagram, Timeflex. Timeflex Music. All right, guys, I appreciate you. I'm out.